Hi, Fashion Dolls. It is Fierce Female Friday, May 20th, and welcome to another new episode of Style by Stevie. Our very special guest today is a model, actor, and dad, and he balances it all. He's a fresh new face, and I'm super excited to have this interview with him today in the dollhouse. Ladies and gentlemen, Nate Boogie. So let me share this live and get everyone in here so that we can get this interview started, ladies and gentlemen. We've got some great comments, questions, all of that, and so much more today. I'm so excited. I hope you guys all are doing wonderful as I am. Without further ado, let's welcome our very special guest, Nate. Afternoon. Good afternoon. Good evening.
How you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm feeling amazing.
It's such a pleasure to have you here, TGIF.
Likewise, like
So before we get into this interview, how has 2022 been for you thus far? Because I know we've had some ups and downs with this pandemic and things. So how's it been for you thus far?
this year is the worst for me. I had to make it through a very heavy storm. I'm still fighting through. To be honest with you, I can still glow.
Yeah, absolutely. Keep going and just keep persevering and trust me, it gets better. It seems like it's a storm now, but it's always a bright light. All right. So what have you been up to? Because we know that you model, you act, you dance, and on top of that, you're a dad. You balance so many hats. So how have you been doing it all and managing with that so far?
Uh, Not easy, but I've been there. Um, I've been working a lot, like some and stuff I've been working on. I'm gonna be dropping my birthday July 6th, so I just been trying to stay, like keep balance with all the stuff that I have going on. Just trying to change here and there. I've been back on. I'm just trying to get everything, get my control back in like to be. But besides, work is definitely getting done. So just trying to continue doing it so I can make sure I put it on my birthday.
Okay, okay. So with that being said, with July being around the corner, any special plans?
Not yet. I really looking for like I'm ready for that. Right now, I really want to just be working. I really want to get some work, get my name for people what I really here for. Not out no other say I'm better than anybody else. I know for a fact that I have my.
Okay, okay. So tell us a little bit how you got your start into modeling and acting because you've been doing this for a minute.
Model and acting been all like the model and everything like that. I can definitely say that certain people kind of down myself, started thinking other things, and I threw it away. I'm back with it, and I ain't like I am right now. But I always been a passion. I'm a people, so I love
What's that feeling like when you're at a photo shoot, you're getting prepped to be photographed and all of that things? What's running through your mind when you're on set?
it's like a little kid running crazy trying to get everything out of my head. Hey, wait, hold on, wait, I need that. Wait,
Mhm.
good, go. No, not yet. I be too excited. I like love it, especially when I see something comes out exactly how you saw it inside your head. So it's a beautiful thing. It feel like butterflies is in. Go ahead, fly away.
So where do you get the inspiration from? Because you've done so many photo shoots. You've done, some where you're suited up and some that are like provocateur. And it's a little bit of mix of everything. So do you have any outlook and input into the creative concept behind some of the shoots that you do?
Um, I do like when I like like when I picture stuff like that. I want my pictures to not just someone who just up there is a head photo. My message is every picture I want them to know that no matter what you have, you're a father or you can still continue on forward with your dream. You can still push on. You can still hard forward for you, but you can still go. And I want them to see this guy been through so much, doing everything he need to be doing. He still can maintain his career. So that's the message I always want out or whatever they can see that. And as someone who
Right.
actually respects himself as a father and showing other fathers, look, it really can be done.
Absolutely, and it's about that balance, finding that perfect balance that works for you. Being a father, being a model, being an actor. There's people out here that get in the industry and they say, "Oh well, I can't do it. I can't have it all." Well, what are you willing to sacrifice? You have to sacrifice some things along the way in order to get there, and you've done a pretty excellent job of that.
Still doing sacrifices.
I know it's not easy. I know, and I kind of had this conversation last week with Angela. Angela owns Miss Teen J Sauce. She owns her own mayonnaise-based sauce brand, and yes, she's the first Black woman to do it. And we talked about the hardships and challenges of being independent, owning your business, being a parent. On top of that, I'm not a parent, but I have nieces and nephews, and just in general with family, I know that aspect of having to balance it out with making sure that okay, my mom is taken care of, my grandmother, my brothers, everybody else is doing what they need to do and that they're safe. And so far, we've been doing an excellent job of making sure that we keep in touch with one another. So it is a balance.
That's what I be wanting. Like that's what I really want more of a family on my side. You know, everything. But sometimes family need to be at.
So has Mama seen some of the photo shoots? Because some of them are pretty seductive. So what did she say?
My mom, but me and my mom not really talking. Me and my mom not really talking right now. One thing I can say, my mom is okay as long as you know that I'm respecting myself as a person and I'm not putting something that I'm not comfortable with. So that's
Absolutely.
like if it was something that she felt like not presenting yourself as the right person, be putting out there, you saying you want this, but not this type of image. So she will always kind of jump her back in there like, hey, trying to go for it. I do have kids. They can grow up. Do you want them to be the same way? I also have a
Right.
her to see her father doing a certain type of thing and expecting that that's what we just supposed to do. No, I really want to show example, and especially with my kids as kids see it, they can see like, hey, it been done, and you can still respect yourself as a man.
Right. And more importantly, again, it's great to have that support system, that circle. So it's good to know that, she's supporting 100%.
Yeah.
Um, I've interviewed models on my platform before, and it's always interesting to hear what the parents got to say because I know they're proud, 100%.
See, it was a little bumpy,
So,
a little speed bump. Like, you need to do this. You need, nah, I don't want to do that. Mom, I want to do this. But after a while, she see how serious I is. I think it's all about you got to show people. They don't want to hear too much of this talking and saying they want to do this, say they want to do that, or here and there, little play around. When you say you want to do something, do it. And I think that's what I had to do with my
absolutely.
mom. That I had to show her that I was serious about this. It's something that I really want to do, and I had to whatever I have to do, I'm gonna get it done, with or without anybody. I'm gonna get it done. So I guess that when I did that and I showed her that, that was she was like, all right, my son really wanted this. This is what he really wanted. This is not just something that he just seen somebody else did and he want to go for it and fall. He's doing it. So that's what I like about certain people who's in my life who actually. That's I feel like that's a push for me.
Absolutely. 100%. And it's about having that circle around you 100 because like you said, it gets bumpy, it gets rocky. Like I know the same is for me and my father, and I've been transparent of just a little bit about that, giving people just a little insight. So it gets bumpy, but he understands now, as well as my mom. My mom has always been supportive, so it's great to have that support circle around you. As long as you have your brothers, your sisters, everybody else that's backing you up 100% along the way, trust me, that's all you need.
You only need but one strong one to be real. You gonna take the world over. I know.
Absolutely. So, what brings you strength? Because I know times have gotten hard, times have been hard, and it's a balance, like you said. But what gives you strength to keep going?
Well, I pray every day. Like I'm think I'm praying about at least like 5 or 6 times a day. That's no caps. Um, I most time I have to lock myself in the bathroom, have the shower on, bring me the steam to bring me peace, at least calm me down. Or when it rains, I love rain. Like that's a big relief for me. So I always be outside in the type of rain and just let this falls on me. I feel like that's God put down blessing and try to erase every badness from you, melting that stuff away from you, let it touch your head away. That's just how I be feeling about it, and it really bring me back to peace to keep going.
Yes, it's so therapeutic. For me, it's writing. When it's during the rainy days, I normally pick up. I'm a bookworm. I love to read, so I pick up a book, or I'm always writing something, something encouraging, something positive to keep me motivated throughout the day. Because I know to get me through. You know, it seemed like you've mentioned in the beginning, like we talked about the tunnel. So it can't. My mom always tells me this. It can't rain forever. So there's always going to be something, some big ball of sunshine is going to come out of somewhere.
Right. It definitely is. Definitely is. I keep going for it. Because at the end of the day, bad things don't last forever. Only why bad things around because the good things around. Just got to find the good in it and brighten it up.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So when you're not taping, doing photo shoots, because you dance as well too, you do so many things. You're a man of many hats. So on your downtime, what do you do on your downtime? What makes you happy?
I play with strings, or I really pick up like the word finders. You got to find the words and everything like that.
Crosswords. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Mind. So that I do a lot of that on my free time. Or here and there, I do pick up a book. Not long, but like here and there, I pick up a book. Um, but that I don't really do too much on my downtime. I try not to have too much of it because I feel like I have a lot of responsibility that I have to do as just for me and and also for my kids because I feel like the way that I had kind of grew up, I don't want my kids to grow up that same type of way. I'm really trying to break a cycle here from my cycle. So I feel like when I take a break, they have an opportunity to take it on. So
Right.
my break is not gonna be too much of a long time. I try to get it at least here and there and get back on. Hmm.
Self-reflection. That's what I call it. Taking that moment for yourself, as you mentioned, you love to sit in the shower and steam whatever it is. Everybody has their outlet. Last week's guest, Malika, she says that Angela, she loves to use the sage, Palo Santo sage, to get good
Uh,
energy, and she writes down her affirmation and things. Me, it's a little bit of that, but I like candles. I haven't gotten into the sage and stuff yet, but I love candles. So anything that a scent enhances my mood and gets me going throughout the day. So yeah.
like I do mess with the stage. I like the stage, and then my mom told me something, and I kind of like, "What you mean, ma? You know, that's that voodoo. You can't be doing." I'm like, it's
Mhm.
but you I gonna try to do some type of blocking. It's one or other. Two have to come your way. You gotta make the right decision. They're gonna be benefit for your life. So, but definitely a stage person. I love the stage.
Absolutely. Absolutely. She likes the sage and then she writes down her affirmations to get her going through the day. And I like to create vision boards. So I'm always creating or putting something into place. And I guess I've gotten that from my mom. It's sort of rubbed off on me because she's gotten into gardening. I've kind of gotten into gardening just a little bit. So I'm picking up my mom's habits slowly but surely. So it's therapeutic for me to be able, like yesterday, she went and she picked some beautiful purple flowers from beside the road. And she was like, "Oh my God, I have to have these." And she's gotten into the habit of planting and experimenting and learning about different plants. So yeah, my mom, she loves it. Hmm.
That's nice. That's oh, I
Yeah,
used to.
so it's go ahead. I'm sorry.
That's the thing. My kids love to do the guardian thing. Well, they create the like, Daddy, I want to plant the seeds. I'm like, all right, go for it. They just love it. Especially when we had to do the breast bowls and all that stuff. We used to have the corn. That's what I mostly did. My mom, me, and my little brother used to do. Have right inside the gate. I love it. It really do bring peace to you. It does.
And it's tranquil. It's therapeutic because watching something grow that you planted And I look at life like that. Once you sow a seed or plant a seed, it's going to grow and it's going to flourish bigger and bigger and bigger. It's like planting a tree. You didn't know this tree could be to something. It sprouts off as this little something and then it just progresses throughout the years and it's huge. You can see all the branches.
Yeah,
So throughout the life, these branches, you're going to go through different obstacles. So that's how I see it. Hmm.
right about that. You're definitely right about that. That's how I look at it. Everybody is a plant. We all are plants. That's exactly how I look at us. You reap what you
Absolutely.
want to return.
So what is your power word? Like my power word was I said the last time was fearless. I'm gonna come up with another power word. My power word would be goddess because I see myself as this powerful goddess. I've been through the storms. I've been through so much and I'm still here. I've survived this pandemic, COVID free. Never got it and to still be here and alive because I lost a cousin not too long ago. My sister's birthday is next month, and the key thing about this is because God put me through this test is resilience to keep going. And a goddess, she's unbreakable. So goddess would be my power word. What is your power word?
Never been asked that before. I really don't even know whether I have a powerful word. Don is true. Mm. I might have to think of someone. I really don't even know because I just lost a cousin. I had to dance. I had to mime at that funeral.
Mhm.
Once coming back, lost another cousin. Um, then the kids and battling and that. I'm getting a fart brain. I don't really have a strong word.
I would have to say resilience because you've been through so many tests, all of these trials and tribulations that you opened up to me about on my platform here resilience. You're still here. You're still going. You're still flourishing. And it's a lot more to come for you in the future. Definitely. So I would have to say your power word would be resilience.
Jillian, I'm gonna have to run with that one then. I'm gonna run with that one.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Because you're still here. You're still surviving. You're still flourishing.
Um,
And it's so much more for you coming in the horizon. So I'm the type of person I like to manifest. And I might seem like a conspiracy theorist, but I'll say, okay, it is going to happen. I've
yeah.
had people say, oh, well, nah, kind of second guess themselves just a little bit. But me, I'm the type of person I like to see the glass as half full, not half empty. I see it as half full. I've been very optimistic and I've always been that way since I was a baby. But now to see my adulthood, it's a completely different outlook on things. You see things in a different light and you see yourself in a different light. And I'm pushing 30, so I'm 28, but I'm pushing 30 and it's like that light bulb is slowly but surely going off. So that's why I've kind of groomed myself and made myself to be this type of person where it's like, okay, I need to sit back and reflect on things that I could have changed differently. I know I can't change the past, but I can hold myself accountable for things that I've done, things that I could have handled differently, business opportunities that could have been handled differently, all of these things and so much more. So, yeah,
Uh, you say you about to push 30? I've been riding the 30 boat for a minute now. Whew. This 30 roll is really something else. It definitely hit the body different.
my listen, my sister, and God bless her soul, I tell this story all the time. She cried when she turned 30. She was like, oh my God, I'm getting older. I said, no, it's another, what 30 means for you is another milestone, another stepping stone for you. It's something bigger and better to come. So just think about it when you hit your 30s, we talking about 30s. When you hit your 40s and your 50s, and then progressed on and on. So with time, age, my grandmother always told me this: you age gracefully, and that's how I see it. So
I like that. I like that. That's
yes,
true.
age gracefully, and pause. I've learned to just sit. My favorite word is still. To be still in the moment. To be still and focus on things that what could have been, what could have happened. All of my dreams, all of my goals, all of my most importantly my passions, things that I could have uh, done just a little bit differently. And I would go back and look at things that I would do then compared to now in my adulthood, I wouldn't do the same things I would do in my teenage years. But now, me being a full adult, it's just like, okay, I have to handle things a little bit different. You can't do things the way you used to. So have to change it up.
I don't know why I look at that a little different. Like I have people ask me that. I won't need to change anything if I did have the opportunity to go back to it. The reason why, because if I change it, I won't be who I am today. I feel like I went
Right.
to go through to become what I need to become to be a better me. So if I did have that opportunity to go back and change, I'm gonna do the same exact thing over again to become the same person that I'm trying to become now. I feel like everything is a lesson. It's what you take from your lesson. You look at your lesson as bad, and that's exactly what it's gonna be, bad. But like I said before, only why it's bad because we put bad there. Only why bad would be existent if it wasn't good around. Since it's good around, bad have to come because that's what bad do. They don't like good, but you have to overcome it and overpower it and show them that bad do not exist here, and this will be nothing but goodness. Because when God covers you with His blood, that's it. That's all it's gonna be.
Mm,
He gave you the power and the gift to overcome it. You don't need to keep asking. So, and that happened in my life, I'm gonna do the exact same thing to be the exact same person I am today because I'm becoming. I love who I'm becoming. I love the experience. I thank God for every experience. I forgive anybody I forgive because I don't hold on to nobody's baggage. I forgive and I move on. Move.
absolutely. You just said a mouthful. And that's the way it should be. The Bible talks about us going, we can't change the past, but we can move forward. And it also says in Psalm, I think it's 119, yes, Psalm 119, where it talks about us being imperfectly perfect, made in God's image, or somewhat his likeness, where it's just like, hold yourself accountable, yes, but don't keep continuing to beat a dead horse like over and over again. Because if you continue to do this, you're not going to focus on what's to come or what could happen in the future. Keyword, the present. I focus on the present, or in this present moment right now, what I could do that could be amazing. Instead of in the past, well, I should have done this differently. And it's always good. I have one of my guests on, and he was saying that he's a deep thinker. And I said, that doesn't make you crazy. There's nothing wrong with you being a deep thinker. It's good to think, because it, again, being still, being in that moment and sitting there and taking this all in, like, okay, what do I need to do? What needs to be the next step for me to focus? What needs to be the next step for me to grow in order to be great and inspire next generation and next generation? And that's something that we have to continue focusing.
Mm, I can definitely stand behind that one. But I had recently told an old friend of mine because she was so comfortable where she was at. Everything was so easy. Everything was so flow. Work, do. But the but she also talking about the spirit God. Now it also says in the Bible, God said, "Be still," but He said, "Don't stay there long because you can kill yourself in your own comfort zone."
Mm,
Built to stay in that one spot. You went through, you went to. You got to keep going forward to improve and get more of experience of everything you have to experience. So
absolutely.
comfort zones is not
Absolutely.
have to keep pushing. So I definitely agree with that. I definitely stand by that.
And we talked a little bit about this Wednesday with Miss Famous. It was in regards to fashion. You guys know I'm a big fashion girl. So
Yeah.
if you follow me here on the gram, y'all can see it's a new look, a new hair color, a new everything each and every day with me. But we talked about stepping out of the comfort zone and doing things that you're accustomed to versus doing things that you're not really normally, accustomed to doing. And you have to push I said this is what I said. I said you have to push the envelope and raise the bar for whatever it is that you're going for, whether it's your career move or in order to better for a betterment for you and your family. Sometimes you have to do things that make you uncomfortable. Trust me, I've been there in that situation. Even for this platform here, I've had to cancel things. I've had to say, okay, I need to change this up. And I've took suggestions and open criticism, and I'm happy with the end result now. I'm totally happy. I see myself being happier. And it's just this glow. You guys can see it all over me. Like the reason why I stay so zen and happy is because I've took constructive criticism. Some people just like, nah, I don't want to hear it. But me, I'm open and I'm receptive to receiving it. And you have to receive what the universe is giving you. If someone's coming to you positive and they're not being malicious or, evil or anything like that, receive it. Receive it because in the end result, it could be your blessing. And so far, I'm so humbly blessed and thankful to be where I'm at. 334 shows in from 2017 to
Eh,
now, 2022. So I've done a lot of interviews, and half of them I can't even get them all. I wish I could get them all here on Instagram, but some on Facebook, some over here. And that's where I started at Facebook. So to see my growth from then to now, and I've posted old highlights from when I first started. You guys have seen it to now. It's just like, wow, and I call myself Baby Stevie in the old videos. Um, wow, you baby Stevie, you've got a long way to go. You've got a long way to go, and you've conquered, you saw and arrived, and we all have our own stories.
right.
So my next question for you is: we talk a little bit about legacies and stories. When it's your time, what legacy do because you have children and you're a dad. What legacy do you want to leave behind in your story?
Well, I do have one good thing. I know you had told me like what I had in seed in this year.
Yeah.
Definitely say I just received my master's in business. It's the business I'm trying to up the help for the um I'm very I'm very strongly on helping people. That's what I am, period. That's the gift that God gave me of helping. I don't look at nothing in return. I don't do things just for
Right.
some out later down the line. That's not my goal. And I had this planned already. Like a couple who actually knows me knows see my blueprint. I'm coming out with a business very soon. And when I say very soon, it's gonna happen. And I wanted to spread like McDonald's. So it's a business called People Orderization. And the reason why I call it the people organization because it's going to give out the message of the people's help. I want to help single parents who can't find jobs or who can't find affordable babysitters. Or when they do have daycare, they paying $300 to $400 a week and they broke. They don't have stuff to do anything for themselves. I want to help people get off the streets. That's the reason why they out here and they don't have no opportunity for nothing because nobody want to give them an opportunity. That's what my business coming. They're gonna be a 24 organization. I also want to help older citizens because I also take care of my grandma. That's in my heart. So I also want to help older citizens. I want to give them somewhere comfortable to sleep without their loved ones thinking, oh, they probably just throwing pills in their bodies and hit them with medicine and everything, not doing right by them.
Mm.
So that's my compass, and I'm really trying to have that spread like McDonald's. I put my all into this, and it will be happening very soon. Um, but that's what it is. People organization, basically the people help organization, 24 hours, regular daycare. This is really the calling that people say, no, it's not just for black people. I'm all for it, but it's not just for that. That's not what I'm standing for. I want to help all kinds. And I want to be that help. I want to show what people mean when you say you want to help somebody, you help them. You don't have to sit there and wait for them to beg you and do all this stuff to show you that you want to help somebody. I don't need cameras in my face to show you that this is what I want to do. I'm letting it know what's going to be done and it's going to happen. Because anything I said I'm going to do, and I put my word to it, it's guaranteed it's going to happen regardless, one way or another. Because ain't nobody stopping this train no more. Ain't no brakes on it.
Yeah.
So
Keep going. Keep moving. Exactly. And you just put it out there. You manifested it.
yeah,
So a couple years from now, this is going to come into fruition. Because I've
oh,
had people on this platform who say, well, Miss Stevie, this is going to happen. I'm going to tell you a little story. And I tell the story all the time. I had an actor here, came on my platform. And this was back in 2021 when this pandemic first hit. And then fast forward closer to the new year of 2022. He said he got the role. And the role was one of the cast members in legendary hip hop group Wu Tang on Netflix. So shout outs to Donnell E. Smith. He came on my platform and he manifested it. He said, Miss Stevie, look out. I'm going to be playing and working in something. for a hip hop group, and I couldn't put two and two together. And then when I seen the trailer, fast forward into the new year 2022, it happened. So people manifest things on my platform, and it is coming to fruition for them. It's happening. So I wouldn't say I'm a good luck charm to that, but it's because they believe in themselves. It's because they believe and they worked so hard and they stayed moving forward and dedicated to whatever it is that they wanted to do. So yeah.
Oh, I like that. I'm gonna take that one. This is more motivation.
Mhm. Yeah, it's gonna happen, and you have to keep telling yourself that. Even for me, like some of the interviews that I've dreamt about doing have come into full circle. I've had so many guests on this show, and it's just like to be able to sit across from them, like you and so many others, it's a blessing, and I love it. It's like a dream come true. So it's so much more in the horizon for me, and I love the old theory, it's written in the stars. So whatever's written in the stars for you is for you. And I believe it.
Man, that's awesome.
And you've got some love in the comments. Brother, you need to have faith and I love you. And that is from love underscore yourself
Feel
1692.
sis, that's my sis right there.
See? And we talked about the having that support circle of family and those who believe in you and support you 100%. And I know I have a sister. My sister will sometimes sneak in on social media. She thinks she's slick. She's in New York, and she'll come in and she'll slip and watch some of my shows, some of my interviews. She popped up when I did the who did I interview? I think it was Jeffrey Owens. Yes, Jeffrey Owens from the Cosby Show on my show,
He's all
and she popped up in that one. Yes, and that interview was a big deal. So she for her to pop up out of nowhere on live because she does like the travel influence things. She's like an influencer and she does travel, document on her channel and things like that. And she's also a children's author. And to see her pop up, I'm just like, well, wow. It's amazing to have family supporting you and backing you 100% and just cheering you on. And I know my mama is proud and always has been, and she brags from beauty shop or wherever. So yeah, I mean, it's great to have your parents' love, your family's love and support 100%.
most
Family's everything.
most definitely. Strong ones too. Most definitely.
Absolutely. All right, fashion dolls, we're going to get into our games with Nate, and then we're going to take some questions from the audience, and then we're going to conclude. So, the first game we're going to do is called the Rapid Five. And this is where my guests get to tell me five things that they can't live without. It can be material possessions, it can be just things in life in general, goals, passions, desires of yours, your top five. And then the next one is where Nate gets to ask me some questions. We get uncensored and spicy and turn the tables. And this is where my guests get to ask me questions, as many as they'd like. And I don't know what he's going to ask me. My heart is beating very fast. But we're going to start off with the rapid five. What are your top five key things that you can't live
Oh, is it anything? Any type of?
with? It can be material or it can be, for example, I will say, okay, strength, courage, God,
Oh,
family,
like
anything.
going
Yeah.
for it. I'm gonna say God. After that, my kids. Anybody who know me about my kids, they my everything. They my rock. They like they gotta be by me. I carried them for so long since birth. They are my main pusher to push that blood through my body to actually hit that heart to me to keep going. So they are number one right under that, under my father. Um, Second, my energy, just me being a light, giving out a good energy to talk to people. People feel comfortable to talk to me about their problems and have trust in me. So I thank for that gift. I can't live without that one. Um, Me being funny. I love to bring funny. I love to bring laugh. I love to give out good advices. I think like I can't live without that type of. I wouldn't be me. The last one, I'm gonna say I don't know. I don't got no fifth one. I just got four. Yep, I just got 4. That's it.
All right. We'll take it. We'll take it. And you've mentioned your kids, your heart, your soul, all of that and so much more. And you've mentioned more importantly, God. My mom tells me all the time, no matter how big you get in this industry, this industry can make or break. Never forget where you're coming from. Stay humble and true to you are, and always put God first in everything that you do. That's what she told me. She said, put God first in everything that you do. Don't ever get too big to not thank God that you're here and that He's the one who got you to where you need to be.
Yes,
So that's what my mom told me.
I take that. Yes, that's the truth.
All right, fashion dolls, it is time to turn those tables. I'm super, I'm so nervous. All right, fashion dolls, I have no idea what Nate is going to ask me in this turn the table segment. So
I'm gonna ask you the same question you asked me. What's the 5 things that you will not live without?
I would have to say God. God is first and foremost in everything that I do. When I wake up in the morning, I give Him thanks for being here, for being alive, just to be as my brother Scott would say, a radiant light on social media because there's been so much going on in the world, and it's just like social media needs that purity, that that light, that bright light, that soft breath of fresh air.
Mm.
And if I could be that, I don't mind at all. So I would have to say God, my family. Um, number three for me, uh, number three. I said God, my family, and number three, hmm,
Hmm. Got a little bumpy hair right
yeah, I would have to say, and everyone knows this is my weakness, my guilty pleasure. So I'm gonna add a material item in there. Pepperoni pizza. That's my guilty pleasure.
there.
So number four, a good book. I love to read. I'm always in a book. I'm always educating myself, informing myself, and it's never too late to go back and brush up on whatever it is that you're working on. It's never too late. Number five, um, everybody knows I'm a makeup girl, as you guys can clearly see. So shout outs to my makeup artist and beauty contributor Melanie for making sure that we're right. So makeup is something that I can't live without. Yeah, I could go makeup free. I have when I did my first show for what was it, season 14 ish, when we
Oh,
got our new co-host. EJ will tell you guys I did the show makeup free and just the romper, this NASA space suit romper, no makeup. So I did it.
what was the next
But
game?
whatever you want to ask me, whatever questions you want to ask me, just about life in general.
Uh no, ain't no more. I don't really have too much of the questions. I'm still kind of so
You still kind of what now? I couldn't hear you.
questioning myself. Like,
Thinking about the future, the present. Hmm.
like I don't know what the future gonna bring this way. It's like I don't have the fear for it, but I'm questioning on it because I don't like it how I'm going. But I know I'm making moves.
Coming. You just have to stay focused. If your sister is Sissy still in here, you said that's your sister. Is Sissy still in here? Make sure that he stays focused. It's always good to have that person to give you that little nudge on the shoulder, like, hey, stay focused on what you need to do. And I have people like that in my corners. But the good ones, especially ones that'll always be there, that have been there from the beginning, from the get go. Like I know my girlfriend Felicia, my girlfriend Stephanie, they watch the platform. Some of my very best friends. I could wish I could shout them all out, but those are the ones that will give you that tap on the shoulder, like, hey, you got this. Know that you got this. Know that there's something coming, something bigger, something better, something amazing is coming. And family, and my mom will sometimes tell me take a break, but she has the same mentality that I have. She's a Libra, I'm a Scorpio. So we know how Scorpios are very, how can I say it? We're hard headed sometimes. We don't take no for an answer. We go straight for the chase, and more importantly, we go for our heart's desires. Whatever we're passionate about, we go for it, and that's the mentality that every zodiac sign, even Aries, kind of have as well too. So yeah, but I picked that up from her, that trait of not being told no. You'll tell her that the sky is blue and she'll say, okay, it's pink. So my mom is the complete opposite, but we're kind of similar in a way. So I know her.
That's good.
But yes, that's all you need is just people in your life to give you that tap on the shoulder to be like, hey, stay focused, stay grounded. And I'm always here. I'm always here if you need to talk. Just have a positive circle, a positive outlook on everything. And just people around you to remind you that you are amazing, you are incredible, and it's going to happen. And to just give you that little nudge on the shoulder to say, okay, you know what you need to do it. Keep focused. Take that leap. And sometimes taking a leap can be scary. Trust me. I've taken plenty of leaps and I'm just like, okay, did I make the right choice? I kind of regret things. I'm like, do I need to regret this? I mean, what is running through my mind? What am I thinking? So it's good to think about those things. But yeah, you're doing great, and just keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you. I appreciate.
So I see we don't have any questions. My final question for you is, before we conclude this conversation, what advice would you give to the next generation that want to be the next Miss Stevie or the next Nate or the next anybody of that nature? We know they can't be our exact replicas, but we inspire them. We empower them. What advice would you want to give to them that are looking to get into the modeling industry or fashion industry in general, or doing music because you're also an artist as well too? You juggle so many hats. What advice would you give them?
Uh, I would definitely the advice I would give is tell them soon you feel like you get to that dead wall. You that dead wall to the point that you can't move on anymore, no matter how much you push, how much you drag, how much you try to take that breath. Keep going, because only you really understand is God would never give you more than you can bear.
Mm,
And that word
that's
is
so
powerful, but everybody plays around it all the time. But when he said that he would never give you more than you can bear, that means the job that you're doing already been done. You just trying to remember how you did it. So keep pushing.
absolutely. And speaking of keep pushing, congratulations to actress L. Morgan Lee. She's in the building, ladies and gentlemen. Shout outs to her, the first Black woman to
Yes.
do it. Congratulations, girl. We love you, Morgan, here at Style by Steve. We love you, girl. So keep doing it. And that just goes to show you, you never know who's watching. You never know who's listening in. And people are coming in and just listening for a minute and taking both of our advice. And I hope this helps a lot of you, people out there who just doubt themselves. Um, and just in general, don't believe. But you got to believe. Trust me.
Yeah.
Trust me. It's so much more to come.
Powerful, powerful, powerful thing is the belief. Yeah, definitely is.
Absolutely. So I really enjoyed this interview with you, Nate, and let everyone know where they can follow you, where they can check you out, and don't ever be a stranger. We're always here at the Dollhouse, and you're welcome to come back anytime.
All right, now I'm knocking the doors. Maybe better open.
Hmm.
Instagram is Nate Boogie dot underscore 2019. Same as my TikTok and Facebook. They all the same thing. Nate Boogie dot lower score 2019. Thank you. I appreciate y'all.
And it was such a pleasure having you here. Tomorrow we have another model in the building. So I guess it's just Fashion Week here on Style by Stevie. We have fashion designer Daryl Rogers will be joining us. So make sure you guys tune in tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern. I love you all, TGIF, and you guys please be safe this weekend. We know Memorial Day is slowly approaching, so there's going to be a lot of cookouts, so many different things. Get some barbecue, have some fun, and be safe. We love you all here.
It's hard.
Take care, Fashion Dolls. We love you. And Nate, we love you here at the Dollhouse. Anytime you want to come back.
Thank you. Hearts.
Take care. Take care, everyone.
All right now.